interesting things that my team gets to look at is what are some of the game-changing technologies that are coming online right now. And certainly one that's grabbed global attention is 4G, and in particular the LTE. What's interesting about it is, when you look at the world today, I mean, we're moving from the age of the internet really into the age of connectivity. So certainly, when you look at that, the biggest driving factor of that is really mobility and the blurring of the line between what is wireless and wireline. And again, looking at some of the emerging trends that are going to be truly game changers, not just in the telecom space, but across multiple industries. We think that 4G LTE is absolutely at the center of that. What we're looking at finally is really the first time that we've got a mobile network that provides exactly the same user experience as a wired network. So again, from a user perspective, from an enterprise perspective, truly blurring the lines between what was formerly a wired network and what is a wireless network. So what does that mean for consumers? Well, it means a whole new variety of user experience are going to be at their disposal because of this network. No longer does a user have to think about what network they're on. No longer does a service provider have to look at it in terms of different network silos, the wired network and the wireless network. But for the first time, we've got an end-to-end all IP network that's going to allow a level of scalability, a level of management that we have not seen before. And again, I talked a little bit briefly about how this is going to change not just the telecom industry, not just the user experience, but a whole array of different industries. I mean, if you look at, it doesn't matter if it's consumer media and entertainment, automotive, e-health, e-learning, it really at the core of all those industry segments from a growth perspective is broadband and connectivity. So, looking at where we can take the world with this type of connectivity, again, it's not just about any one experience, it's about enabling a whole variety of new industries to do things and really break open their businesses in ways that we haven't seen before. Certainly, the world is moving away from, what was traditionally mobile voice to being all about data. And again, that presents itself with an incredible array of new opportunities, an incredible array of new challenges as well. I mean, certainly, what is one of the biggest challenges I think for all of us these days is not so much the technology. I mean, certainly technologies like 4G LTE solve a lot of problems for us. But what's at the core of a lot of challenges in the business today is really the business models for a lot of these new services, new user experiences. Because in a lot of cases, these are very disruptive to the way that these industries and these industry segments are managed and services are delivered today. And with that comes, again, a need to figure out well in advance what these new business models, what the value chains need to be so that we can better manage the introduction of these new services into the market and really take advantage of some of the technology that again, we're on the cusp of delivering.